Uganda was like hell on earth, very dusty and too many bikes. I didn't see any luxurious cars on the road. In Uganda, people look very poor and street kids begging. Welcome, happy people. You're back in the Kings and Queens Talk. It's your boy Kev Kelly. You know what it is, your sir. So in the house, I have the special guest once again. I'm gonna take this opportunity to drive straight to my left side because we have the queen in the house.
Hi, this is Martha Chito here. Yeah.
And now on my left side, I have the drip. Yes, sir.
Hello everyone, what's up? How you doing? Sam Wanda, sweet gangster. Pleasure to be here once again. Let's kick it.
You know what it is, sweet gangster. You sweet gangster?
What kind of gangster be sweet, man?
I let me ride it straight to my man in the house, the king.
Yeah, Boka. Man for the girl them in the building, man.
Exactly.
Now we do this thing.
All right now I'm gonna drop straight into the conversation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're looking through on Instagram and someone dropped a comment. Guess what?
Bring it on, brother.
So this man is called Uncle Koke. He seems to be Nigerian. This guy seems to be Nigerian.
The name sounds Nigerian.
Yeah.
Already.
So he says, I visited Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya as a Nigerian, and I can tell you for free, Kenya was the most developed and more prosperous and fun to be a country with beautiful people. Rwanda was very clean, but the society looks like a programmed society. People don't really do much. Everyone looks scared of something that I don't really know. But it seems like everyone is just too careful of something. But it's a beautiful country with beautiful people, especially their women. Has this guy seen Uganda yet?
I'm wondering, man.
Then he says, Uganda was like hell on earth, very dusty and too many bikes. I didn't see any luxurious cars on the road. In Uganda, people look very poor and street kids begging.
Wow.
If I am to return to East Africa again, I will visit Rwanda and Kenya, but I will never want to visit Uganda.
It's okay.
How harsh is that? Boys, please.
Oh my
Have you heard what this guy is saying? This guy's Nigerian. And he is telling the whole world that Uganda.
I haven't been to Nigeria before, but one thing I know for sure is whatever happens in Uganda is a segment of it in Nigeria.
According to what wants to start a charity home in Uganda. Maybe it's starting from his whatever I put up.
They didn't really have to reach the level of saying that we don't have luxurious cars. Did you have to talk about the poor? Poor people?
I think this guy, whoever was taking him around, wasn't serious on what they were doing, or maybe they were intending to take them to the bad places. Technically, like any other country has their own bad state area, and it happens to be that for him, unfortunately, in the country here, in Uganda, he got to that place.
Wait, I want to clarify something. Hey, wherever you are right now, I need you to know that Uganda is the pearl
of Africa.
Exactly. You know what that means? And Uganda's always been the pearl of Africa.
Don't come to Uganda with cheap change. Because when you come with cheap change, better know that you're going to ride on borders. And feel the bumpy rides.
The bikes.
Exactly. Some guy should sound like he had cheap change.
Or in the kekes.
My queen, what do you have to say about this?
I'm still looking for a word to tell him.
Doesn't this look offensive?
It's very offensive. It's
so ask the Ugandans.
Unless when we I have not been to Nigeria before. He has not been to Nigeria before, I believe. But according to what we see, all countries have those bad states, those states that are underdeveloped. Okay,
I know
so I don't know if this person, when the moment he got to Uganda, he was driven to where? Kasoko so to Katwe. I don't know.
I don't know,
I mean,
maybe
where did
Katwe.
it skip? I mean, along the journey, we have Entebbe. There are very many. I mean,
Luxurious cars.
bro.
We accept the fact that some of the mentioned countries are more developed in terms of infrastructure
Yeah.
than Uganda. But then
And-
there's so
and-
much beauty
And that is not
In
right.
in
Uganda.
Uganda. You see, if you only look at the infrastructure and forget about Uganda being the Pearl of Africa, then you're really not coming to visit Uganda.
And then here's the thing. Worst thing is comparing Uganda to Rwanda. Like, bro, are you for real? Whatever you find in Rwanda can be found somewhere in Uganda. I mean, look, Rwanda is something like 26,000 square kilometers. Uganda is 236,000 kilometers, square
huge.
kilometers. What I'm saying, like, whatever good thing you find in Rwanda, besides the few infrastructures, like maybe stadiums, but in terms of roads and stuff, like,
Everything is
Bro,
here.
that thing is in Uganda.
it
Have
was
you been to
said,
Arua
yeah?
before? Have you been to Guru?
That
Yeah,
guy.
they're
I
very
mean,
nice.
have you,
Bro.
where have you been to
Bro.
Tungamo? There are good roads, good infrastructure, good everything.
Uh-huh.
I mean, have you
Recently,
really?
we just came back from Kayunga, man. Roads are neat. And remember, you remember the scenario of closing the Uganda-Rwanda border?
Yeah.
That border was closed initially because most of the Rwandese were crossing to Uganda. You get, but then
Yeah.
why are those people crossing to Uganda?
If their country is better.
If the country is better,
There's one thing this guy didn't see in Uganda.
Something happened, something just like 2 months ago, the officers at that point, Gatuna border point, they were saying the number of people moving into Uganda from Rwanda, it's worrying, like it's too much. It was actually a
From
complaint.
Rwanda to Uganda.
Yes, the number of Rwandese moving to Uganda. It's actually a complaint. Like the number is worrying. Like it's too much of them.
Why do you think that is so?
Because we are the Pearl of Africa, there's a lot of freedom
We
here.
we
have
might
a
even
very
be-
nice weather. Even on the dust he saw. I mean, that was where
But-
you were.
Wait.
You should really come
Hey,
back. We take you around our country,
Guys,
by
Martha,
the
let
way.
me tell you,
I
if
think-
I'm your tour guide inside Uganda, let me say only Kampala, I can move you around the whole day and you'll never see a single
that
dust
guy didn't
So-
come to visit Uganda, period.
Mm.
That guy didn't come to visit Uganda.
mean,
he came
if-
to
if
take
he-
a ride.
Exactly. I mean, if you passed by Entebbe Road, did you see really Entebbe Road? Did you see any dust
A lot
around?
of construction is going
Man,
on.
you know how many
Yeah.
luxurious cars are in Munyonyo? I've
Do
been to
you-
Rwanda several times and haven't seen any luxurious car. Only one Brababas.
Let me tell you one thing, yeah? As what you see those Nigerians, you can't spend a month without any Nigerian artist coming to Uganda. Because they know this is the center of entertainment in terms of consumers.
center of
Yeah.
acceleration.
It's a great market. And they know that any upcoming artist in Nigeria has to hit Uganda. That's why we see most of them coming through.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we make you.
You get, but do you know how much revenue that comes into the country? And why would they opt for Uganda, not Kenya, not Rwanda? You get, there is so much to Uganda versus what is so, and it might have gone to a different place. I recently watched a video of Swahili, Loje, and French Montana.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
showing slums in
Bro,
Nigeria. Am I going to judge Nigeria
there's
based
this
on
place
what I
called,
saw?
No.
this place called Ilorin in Nigeria. It's like the worst hell of earth. But we're not saying about this because we know there are good cities. There is Lagos, there is Abuja, where everything is kawa. I mean, if you come to Uganda, take your time to find
Before
those
we go
places.
into
If that's
all
what you
that
look up to.
explanation, can someone explain to the audience what PAL actually means?
She goes,
Pearl. And when you meet the
When you say
women,
Pearl
you
of
skipped a lot of
Africa.
things. You looked at the dust, you looked at the sunshine. You really need to come. You need
This
to
guy
see
hasn't
the
seen the
women.
Basheshe.
You need to see the women in Uganda.
have you seen that
He
fat
said-
bamba?
One of the things we know. One of the things we know about
Bro,
Nigerians.
This guy hasn't seen the Basheshe.
One of the things we know about Nigerians is even the socialites, the whatever, the celebrities, they talk about it, that women are so much forced into plastic surgeries here in Uganda.
make good
Bro!
Original.
I
so
just
natural.
cannot stand, but you would have seen.
Originality.
That is coming from a
We
woman.
are beautiful.
Products.
and men are
Yes.
agreeing to that.
Yes.
Word.
We're so
That's word.
beautiful.
No, that guy should come back.
Yeah, he should. And
give him
I'll
a
be
tour.
I'll be a tour guide. Look
Jay-
for me, Chito.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
actually think that he should apologize for that statement?
Yeah,
No,
he-
we should actually tell everyone coming into the
Because
country.
him telling the whole world
Mm.
that Uganda is not a place to visit, it feels so offensive.
It's offensive.
It's
but,
offensive,
But we
for
thank
real.
God. He's not the first person to come, and we thank God many have come and have appreciated.
But when you look at the East African region, Uganda has the most tourism attraction centers
yes.
Sure.
and places to visit when you look at East
Pearl of
Africa.
Africa.
And when you look at the weather, the food, the women, the lifestyle, the
Yep.
entertainment
I mean,
scene.
let me
freedom.
hit you up one
No,
time.
look.
One thing people should know in the whole world, Uganda is the world of varieties. This is the only country, I've blessed that I've been to some countries. This is the country we find like a variety of foods, like 8 local foods. Sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, matoke.
And fresh from the garden.
Fresh from the garden, raw
Yep,
stuff.
Exactly.
Same to sauce.
Something you can relate to
Man,
from your
you can
country.
go
at
to a
least.
country and they have only 2 kinds of local foods. And the other foods are junk foods. What kind of thing are you going to talk about?
Look, there is a
just want you
close
to come back.
friend of mine who I work with. He's from the States, yeah, and he told me, unlike the other countries, this is like one of the only countries he's been in, and he finds people having that affectionate love for each other.
It is the happiest
Someone
country.
that takes
Happiest
care,
country.
whereby you can see a street kid on the street and you see someone give out to him. Yeah, I've literally seen someone finding a lady and she was running nuts. Yeah, she was nuts, and this guy, her dress was falling off. This guy takes off his belt. Yeah. Takes off his belt and goes to the lady and ties the belt around the lady's
Wow.
waist.
And that's the
From
Uganda they
nowhere.
don't show you.
Now tell me where you're going to find this kind of love in any other country
and let
apart
me tell
from
you
Uganda.
Another thing, Ugandans are the most hospitable people to
They
foreigners.
are.
Nah,
Yes.
that's what he said.
I mean,
Hospitality.
Hospitality to foreigners. Like we even treat foreigners more than we even treat our fellow Ugandans. Like we treat you
Exactly.
more well than anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like who was taking you around, bro? We need to find out who was taking
but
you around.
also
for real.
maybe didn't meet his fellow Nigerians in Uganda because most of the Nigerians here are living in Buziga, Munyonyo.
They are living
Yeah.
the
You
luxurious
get-
life you would
Exactly.
like, you want to
that's
talk
where,
about.
That's where good roads are, most of them.
Luxurious cars.
So if he
fancy
comes
life.
to Kampala and
It means he
doesn't
took him
meet
to
his
another
fellow,
place.
we don't even know where he ended up. And you can't say African countries don't have slums. They do.
They do.
All
And
countries.
you don't expect all countries to be developed the
And
same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one
You get-
thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
You get.
Let me
But
tell you
then
one
you
thing.
need to weigh.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm into the tourism business personally, but when I take people to those other countries, maybe let's say Rwanda, I don't take them to the slums because that's not what I intend to.
Yeah.
But personally, I know where these slums are, and it's worse. And for them, they are close to the city, like just meters away from the city. And these roads are worse. Everything is worse. I mean, the infrastructures are worse. Poor housing facilities, poor everything. But I know, like, this is not an incentive. I'm intending to show you something better, something nice to
Exactly. To
make come
attract you back.
Yes, that's it.
Bro, this guy really doesn't know what part
Should
of
we just
Africa
blame?
means.
Should we blame the
Because
person
even
that
our
took him
slummy
around?
areas
That's
actually
it.
market us. You're so unforgettable.
We have gorillas.
unforgettable. Literally
Listen.
put us on top
Listen.
of the world.
We have gorillas in Uganda.
There's gorilla trekking. There's chimpanzee trekking.
Eh?
Do we have the silverback gorillas?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we do have the silverback
Yes,
gorillas.
please.
You're kidding me.
Do you know how mad those
Yes, please.
silverback
We also eat,
gorillas
we
are?
also eat
That's what I'm telling
gorillas.
you.
Strongest gorillas.
Maybe he didn't happen to go to the Bwindi Penetrable Forest because that's where gorilla trekking takes a lot more. Where there's those kind of gorillas. Chivale National Park, where you happen to be having that kind of chimpanzee tracking.
I think we
Lots of
also
good
we
stuff
also
here.
needed to know what brought this guy to our country.
Thinking personally that this guy did not have the time or did not get the time to tour the whole of Uganda. Because if he actually did tour the whole of Uganda, he would actually get to experience the extraordinary. Yeah, personally, I've interacted with a Nigerian. I have a Nigerian who's my friend. And all that he talks about Uganda is hospitality. Hospitality, yeah? But the fact that Mr. Luke happens to say that Uganda ain't a place to be visited, it means he hasn't really taken the time to move through Uganda.
Yeah. Giving it a thought on a social basis, Uganda is the best hospitality country you would ever find on planet Earth. I mean, you'll find all the good social capital along you. Whenever we see you and feel like you're a foreigner, I'll be like, hey, which country are you from? I mean, welcome here. This is so you can do this here. Avoid this. Because we even tell you about the negativities to keep you safe around. Like we tell you, don't do this stuff. Keep doing this stuff. This is kawa. This isn't kawa. Like, I mean, we do it, but as you know, even being your tour guide or whatever, we just say the whole fact around the country. Like, go here, you enjoy. Us, we tell you all the time. So I don't know what exactly happened to this guy around, but I believe he never met the right people, because once you step in Uganda, everyone, you see, this happens. Like, let me talk about the tribes. If you leave maybe Kampala and then you go to another area of different tribes, when you reach there and be like, I'm in Uganda or what? And these people treat you in a certain way. They'll show you around. This kid they showed around the internet, who was more like, this kid should be like facilitated as a tour guide, because the kid was showing people around based on his knowledge, like not professionally, but based on what he knows about his area. And this is what happens with everyone in the country. I mean, everyone shows you around good stuff, good hospitality. People will share around. I guess maybe one time you get to have a look at this good video where this kid was showing you around, showing tourists around, because this is what we do, everyone, whether you're in the city center, whether in the top village, wherever you be.
Is down is Rift Valley. I'm Congo Kazinga Chano Katungu. Is there? I'm Savannah is there. I'm Almost Effort Babundai. I'm Roger is there. Babun Park View. I'm is there. I'm Almost Effort Babundai. I'm Kasese, Kampala. I'm Roger is there. Chambura. Go Chambura, Masaka.
Yeah, then Kampala.
Yeah, I'm Kampala.
Yeah, what is your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas is your name.
Like I've just said, even if you leave this area, your own region, maybe a Musoga comes to Kampala and we know like you're Musoga, we show where the taxi park is.
Exactly.
That's what we do here. I mean, we have that kind of hospitality.
I think hospitality is from way back. Have you heard that in the ATS, among us the Bahima, if you received a visitor, and it's a man, the guy you invested would offer you one of his wives to sleep with at night.
And then in addition to that, why don't you ask yourself, you as a foreigner, that why do we have almost 9 foreign nationalities in our own country? We have Rwandese, we have Somalis, we have Ethiopians, we have Tanzanians, Kenyans,
Congolese.
I mean, just imagine Rwandese are even having a tribe in Uganda, like, what are they called?
Bavandimwe.
A whole tribe now upon their name.
Yeah.
Remember, they belong to another nation.
Yeah.
So you can just get this
Why would
sense
they
of
live in a
hospitality.
country like?
I think
Like-
if we have a chance, and I'll push this to the producers of this podcast, I think if we have a chance, we would get this guy on over Zoom. So we have a conversation with him, because
one-on-one
we don't know whether he came in as a tourist or he came in as a scammer
because it says
or he came in as a businessman.
Because
from Kenya.
this thing seems as something light, but it's really triggering to us who
Trust
know
me.
ourselves better.
Yeah.
It's
Because
okay.
we know ourselves as the most hospitable people.
Trust me.
Because I know Somalis, I have Somalis friends, I have Kenyan friends, I have all the nations. Indians, when the time did the Indians come here?
And bro,
Long time ago.
and besides the congestion he talks about, every district you'll walk in, there's something to see. When you go to Mbale, there is Mountain Elgon. There's
Welcome.
Wanale.
Yeah.
You get, when you
Yes.
go to Jinja, there's
Everywhere.
Machine
Bro,
Falls, there's
Where he passes
Source
to
of
get
the
to
River Nile.
after the airport, it's Lake Victoria.
Exactly.
Largest lake.
There's so much beauty along the
I
way.
feel like asking him a question, what would be much more better? You go into a country with all the furnished apartments, all the furnished buildings, all the luxurious cars, and there ain't nobody caring about you. And you go into a country with the motorbikes, the dusty roads, the beggars on the streets, and they actually show much love to you, and they're able to show you where to go.
Actually,
I've seen foreigners
Because-
getting stranded in the country because they have no one to show them where to go.
Because I believe as a good tourist, if you're going to a given country, you seek to know the bad side of the country and the good side of it.
The good
It's
side of
like
the
compare and
country.
contrast. You understand? Like I have this one Rwandese friend who came here. She was like, "Take me to your downtown. I want to see that ghetto thing. Like I want to have that experience." Because the good things are everywhere.
something that I keep encountering with my friends who come from the diaspora. They're like, man, I'm coming, but I have to eat a Rolex.
Definitely.
Sure.
I need a Rolex.
But it's just street food. Someone will be like, you take me to Serena for the most luxurious food.
And you see, how much does a Rolex cost? It's even less than $1.
I'm telling you.
Well, I would say if he visited the city center, I mean, we are working people, hardworking people. It's a business center.
Exactly.
If you saw dust, if you saw a lot of congestion, motorbikes, cars, people, we are hardworking people. And maybe we are not yet there, but we will get there with time.
One day at a time.
One day, yes.
One
we
step at a
will.
time.
One step at a time. We will get there. We're so hardworking. That is why people are always congested in town.
I think this guy just didn't take the positives because that would be one major thing. People are hardworking.
And how did your eyes?
also- and
No.
also-
How did his eyes keep the women? I'm still wondering.
Because
So
once you see this
everywhere.
The
conversation,
tour guide.
You look at the
Tour
women
guide
and you're
there,
like,
I know Zimu. Tour guide.
Tour
that's why we need to
Tumwagala.
get this
We
tour
met
guide
the
and know
tour guide.
what the hell were you
Oh, no,
doing?
guide, you're not tour guide.
and
Didn't
we
have
have
a tour
very many
guide.
I think so.
Nigerians around.
Because you
And
may find he just
what are
dropped
they
in that
saying?
area.
I have a friend.
That Angel's
I have a
right.
friend who's Ugandan.
Mhm.
Watangwa, you know her.
Yeah.
She lives in the UK.
Yeah.
When she came back here,
Yeah.
she met a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when she came to see me,
Yeah.
I bought her portion beans and she's like, this is the nicest meal I've had. People are buying me chips, chicken. That's what I eat on the other side.
Nutrition.
Nutrition is key.
So
Like I
we
told
are
you,
healthy.
the varieties of food here in the country, you can't just tell.
Imagine even Ugandans in the diaspora miss what is home.
Yeah.
Like this happens to everyone who travels a
Bro.
lot. You'll be like, whatever you feel like miss the most is
Have you
always
gone to
food.
Gulu?
Yeah, of course. Good.
Have you crossed Karuma?
The-
The
the
monkeys
Karuma
are
Bridge.
along
I've
Karuma
heard
Gulu
I've
is
heard
so
about
beautiful.
Gulu and they
This
say
is
it's
what
a
I say,
beautiful
like,
city.
Uganda,
Very
as the Pearl of
beautiful.
Africa, is the
So
land of
Gulu.
varieties.
Yeah. So
Whatever you can
beautiful.
find in another country, you can find it in Uganda. Be it the economical, be it natural, be it everything.
And-
Be it
Also,
social.
he does not need to walk around the whole of Uganda to see the beauty.
The beauty,
Exactly.
because
It
it's
is-
everywhere.
I mean, you cannot even go halfway without seeing the beauty. You cannot
Exactly.
go halfway of Uganda
Because-
and you've not seen the beauty.
Because Kampala
Before
itself
you-
is a city of 7 hills.
Yes, before you reach
So
the
bro, what are you talking about?
Seven
falls,
hills.
7 hills.
Yeah.
before
One
you go to
city.
Maction Falls, along the way you'll find something
Even in the
beautiful.
congesting city,
Even,
there's
even in the
nyash.
congested, my
There's
God,
nyash.
That aside.
dripping,
That aside.
the beauty with I can't say it all.
That aside, just here in Munyonyo, monkeys are everywhere. Natural species.
And
This
it's
guy-
very beautiful, and that place is very beautiful. That is,
And
by
then
the
we
way,
have the best weather.
that is one of the
Talk
places
about,
where this
talk about it.
We have the
foreigners
weather.
stay.
That's
weather itself.
that's very aside because that one no one can even attack
No,
we're
because
the-
you can't have it.
No
we're
budget.
the equator.
You can't
No
have it.
budget.
But regardless of what the brother said,
Yeah.
Uganda remains one of the most blessed countries.
Very
But I
blessed.
think
The
I think
pearl
I
of
think
Africa.
Very beautiful.
but I still think still we need our government to look up to this matter and then try to portray our country way better than it looks like before those
Yeah.
foreigners. Because I believe some people are blind to what happens exactly here.
Blindfolded
Trust me,
they are.
regardless of what he said, he won't take away Maction Falls.
Yeah.
He won't take away the 7 hills.
Exactly.
He won't take
away
away
the
Seziwa
forests.
Falls. He won't take away Mountain Elgon. He won't take away the Goliras. He won't take away the good food, the good women, the hospitality, the love, the smiles. He won't take that away.
This is what I tell
Bro.
all the people who travel. Whatever you find in another country, there's a glimpse of it in Uganda. Let it be vibes, nightlife, whatever.
Bro,
There's a
vibes,
glimpse of
vibes
it in Uganda.
Uganda.
Everything.
The last time
I'm
I
a
was at
musician.
Nyamachoma,
I'm a musician.
bro.
One of my last records, there's a line that says, Uganda is not a country, it's a club. We happen. We happen.
We don't party,
I,
but we
when
I
have
look-
it.
remember you were ranked as what number was it?
I don't remember real good.
Oh my
But you
God.
look at our population, the
And then
age.
There's this other
We are
thing.
happy
There's this
and
other thing I
outgoing
always
people.
look on the internet and the media about insecurities, bro. If you're talking about security, Uganda is one country which has that kind of good security. Not yet up there to the maximum, but pretty comfortable.
Exactly.
Look,
And it's
look,
a country
wait,
where
wait,
you
wait.
can survive.
Because
today-
there are crimes I see
Yes,
from
you
other
can
countries, and I just
survive.
wonder how does this thing
Sorry.
really happen? Because here we just have these light crimes of someone snitching a bag or man, just pocket picking.
So today
light
was
crimes.
today was coming here, and I was in the border. Yeah, I was at the cyclist. So as this guy is riding the bike, an accident happens, and on this bike that had got in an accident, there was a kid on it, on the bike. So the bike slips. This guy fights to the bike and falls this side, but with the kid was at the front. So he falls down, And next thing you know, I don't know why people just came from there. All came running from nowhere just to lift the guy because the bike was heavily loaded with the case and the mattress. I think this kid was going to school. So this guys rushed very fast. The bike was very heavy. They had to lift. The first thing they did was pull out the kid, and pull out the cyclist too. Now tell me, in which country? You find out in most countries, I won't mention the countries, but you find out that in most countries, if such a thing happened, next thing you know is a camera.
It's on the gram.
A camera.
It's on the gram.
There are
Of what
these
was
other
happening.
so-called first world countries. Man, wicked things happen there. Like poor.
Someone
things
is in
happen.
pain, but you can't actually reach out to help that person. And instead, what you're doing
Hey,
is
I've-
pull out a
I've
camera
just
and
seen-
trying to
I've just
record
seen-
the scene.
Yesterday, I saw a video of a short clip of people in Philadelphia. Was it Philadelphia? People like 20 people along the street, like drug addicts, like they can't even move a thing. They can't even make a step. That thing never happens
Guys,
here. Even
did
if
you
you're a
hear-
drug addict here, you
did
can't
you
even
hear
get
the
work as a drug
scandal?
addict.
The scandal that was there back in the days of the point of the South Africans were rioting.
Xenophobia.
I saw a video where a guy was hitting a fellow Ugandan and hitting him with stones.
A fellow
A
Uganda?
fellow black boy.
Black.
A black
Eh.
boy hitting a fellow
What
black
happened
boy.
to what happened to one Africa? Because
Yeah.
because if you see an African bringing,
We're supposed to hold
fellow
our
Africans
own
down.
blood.
Like, how are we going to build this continent?
Yeah.
When we
This
know
is what we are pushing
when
for.
we know we come from the same mother tribes,
because
Bantu
we come from
speaking
a
people.
country that spreads
We all
love.
have the same skin color.
same skin color, same blood,
And you're
It shouldn't
trying
even
to fight
be
your
about
own.
color. It should be about love.
humanity, bro.
Exactly.
But
If
that's-
the whites see the blacks fighting each other, what will they think about us?
Weakness already, man.
And those things do not happen in our country. It's very
I mean,
rare.
we
not
don't
even
see these
rare.
things happen in
You
Uganda.
never
That's what I'm
see.
saying.
I've
You
literally
never
not seen
see
this
people
happening.
They like things
fighting.
happen. The things happen. There are very like things like pickpocketing.
Yes.
Someone would yap
That
over
happens
because,
everywhere, right?
Yes,
Everywhere.
everywhere it
Everywhere.
does. Mm.
but they'll be like in Kampala, they snatch phones along the taxi windows, whatever. But that's something very light.
No,
What's-
bro. You've not seen videos coming from Kenya.
I know. Let's talk about that. I know. I
my
know.
brother.
The street
know.
kids
Yes.
are even
I
worse.
remember they once chased
No.
my cousin.
Leave
They
alone.
asked for money. And
This-
we were coming
I mean,
from Nakumatt,
Kenyans-
buying some things. And then the street kids asked for money. He was like, hakuna pesa. My God. We were
I mean,
chased up to our apartments. Like chased, literally.
That's the other side.
running.
Kenyans move all the
And
way
they were
from their
very
country
young.
to come here at a festival just to do their violent things. In our own festival in the country.
The festival is
Exactly.
coming back. And yeah, they come to
But
pickpocket,
Kenyans
by the way.
were the most violent
Really?
people in the festival which
Hey.
is happening in Uganda. Can you imagine?
Down there at the Nile.
Kenyans were the most violent people at the festival that happened in
And
Uganda.
you see this Nigerian brother of ours saying that Uganda doesn't happen, and buses were flocking in, people are taking flights. They're coming back around September, around this very
Definitely.
month, right?
Yes, please.
They're coming back to flock the
November.
golf course.
Just to come to the Pearl of Africa.
Exactly.
Bro, I think he
And-
didn't
and
take the
do
time
you
to
know- do you
move
know-
through the whole
do you know
country.
the congestion he talked about, people just come to ride on those borders.
Yes, and someone just say, I want that kind of experience on the border.
Yeah.
Your fellow foreigners.
But we as Africans should stop that thing of bringing fellow Africans
If we are
down.
talking about one body
Exactly.
country, Uganda shouldn't be in that statement. Because what I'm saying is, every glimpse of anything you find that good country is always somewhere in Uganda.
And trust
I
me,
think-
if you've ended up in one location, you don't speak for all locations because all countries have those slums.
Yeah.
We know in the States, places that have blocks
Now,
that are badly off.
Yeah.
I've just, I know.
Sure.
It's part of the beauty.
saw,
All you
I saw
saw is part
potholes
of the
behind
beauty.
the Parry Tower. Potholes behind the Parry Tower. So can you just imagine? The famous Parry Tower. There are potholes behind
the
it.
City of Love, man.
City of Love. Tower of Love, whatever.
Well, whatever it is, Uganda is
Now-
beautiful. We call you back. Please come back.
If
Do
you
not say
really-
you do not have to visit Uganda again. You
Yeah.
should
If you really
come
think
back.
you can't visit Uganda, then which country are you going to visit?
Just like we have our brothers who have visited Rwanda, you should visit Uganda. It's a beautiful country. You love it, the food, the hospitality.
And look for us. Look for
We are gonna start.
take you
We're gonna
through.
start these
Bro,
movements of
You
visit
should
Uganda.
take a
and then-
visit to the West.
Amen.
Actually, when you reach
Bro,
Uganda again,
have you ever
ask
taken
for the
that?
mashish.
Have you ever taken that Maxon Road?
Yeah, I have.
It's like a 20 minutes load of fresh air forever.
There's a time our car broke between Queen Elizabeth National Park, and what you're only seeing is green, like beautiful
Leave alone
green.
green elephants along the way.
They are crossing.
Crossing wildlife, free wildlife.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Without a
I want-
pay.
want,
Animals too are hospitable. I mean, they do not
Yeah.
harm people.
They even attack- we don't have, like-
they let you go and they pass.
How
when
many?
you start
How
it.
many
Susan
lion
Zan-
bites?
No, what kind of-
For real.
They pass.
For
They
real.
pass. I mean, along
just
the
pass.
road, they pass. They cross
Did
the
you see
road.
this video of a Vodabona man who was riding Matoke
And the lion was.
and passing by the lions, lying down?
That is Uganda.
But don't try that at all. That guy had luck that
Bro, it's not once, it's not twice. He does it all the time. Yeah, even if you go to those national parks, the lions just be there lying
Yeah,
down.
for the national parks, it is. I
That
don't know,
them.
but it is safe. It's always
That's
safe.
it. So you're gonna tell me they're trained?
for just
Mwana, wemerera coward.
Kaita, no, we're just telling our
can't-
broads to come.
Yeah, but we're just telling
Okay.
people that
That
you,
the
But can tell me you
lions-
can pass the bike close to a lion.
They're just saying the lions are friendly.
now we're trying to
We
say
are friendly.
if
Our
only the
animals
wildlife can
too.
be that friendly, how about the humans?
But
Like,
before even he sees the wildlife, we'll give him some nyash.
Yes.
Some ladies with good Buddha.
mm,
We'll first
the-
give him that
the
hospitality.
big bam bam.
Hey, we'll see
He
some.
might not want that. We will take you. Even in Kampala
That's
itself, we have places
happenings.
That is
where
the
people
first
happen
hospitality we'll
from.
give him.
Yes,
Yes.
I mean
Hospitality.
this nyash or whatever.
The
Bam bam.
biggest
They'll
bombing out, they come from
They'll come to the
Uganda.
airport and be like, "Yo, you're welcome,
Bro.
And you,
You know they see people. You know they see.
I don't know. This
My brother is a liar.
This brother of ours should just come back and maybe look out for us to take you around if you fail to get the right people.
My brother,
can't-
the vex.
I can't blame him for his statement because we can't know his side unless we have like a Zoom call with him and see why he had mentioned that statement. But you may find in this situation that he didn't
They-
manage to move the right places, or knows he had a wrong tour guide who just took him to a place that is just deserted, a place that is thirsty. But
I know-
the different places in the country
But-
that have good attractions,
He knows
good places.
what I would say
Nice
last to him,
views.
what I would say is, even wherever he was, to us it is beautiful.
It is
that
beauty.
dust.
I
The
gave
very
an
many people
example
that
of
come and
unforgettable.
you see white
Did
men
this
walk.
guy see
Wait,
the unforgettable
we have
video?
a lot of white men that come in Uganda and you find them with dusty feet and they're
Actually
very okay
yearning
and
to be
happy.
there.
They're like, wow, how do you live like this? And okay,
I mean, it's an
African.
experience.
Do you
know
It's
why?
an
it's an experience.
Do you know why? Because they actually find a piece of freedom in Uganda where you walk freely.
Zero-
And you ain't
zero
worried about
interruptions.
At any hour of the
anything.
day.
Zero interruptions. We know-
Zero
Any hour of the
interruptions.
day,
Everyone.
yes.
The last time I heard World Band,
producer,
but I saw the
720,
whites there
720,
dancing, and they were dancing like never before. Like
Bro,
they were in a free world.
What you're
They
saying
were
is
enjoying the
important, but I have
vibe.
to say something. Mwana, kuno tekuli bana na Ghana. Producer, you should take us to. You should take us as well. We see those people dancing.
But anyway, yeah, Buke, I saw an experience. All that was catching my eyes were the whites, the foreign people that were in
And
that
they're always
place.
dancing.
They were
Non-stop.
dancing
Non-stop.
like there ain't nobody
One thing,
worrying about anything.
One thing the gun should be a question about was how do these other foreign nations manage to live here and they even seek citizenship
Exactly.
if it's a bad country
And they are catered for.
and they are catered for?
Now,
They even
the
have
last
their own
time-
areas.
Look.
An area of Somalia in Uganda.
The last
Exactly,
time,
Let me
yes.
tell you
Bro,
something.
bro, yesterday I was in Kayunga and they told me there's an area that is occupied by Sudanese.
Alone.
The Dinkas alone.
Alone.
And the guy told us, the guy is a former mayor of Kayunga. He told us, you know what? Most of the most beautiful buildings in Kayunga are owned by the Sudanese. You get a point where foreigners own luxurious property.
in our country.
And you know what hurts them most is like they are more hush than us. Like for us,
Yeah.
we
And
are
we
very
still
cool.
show them love.
But show them whatever.
And also what my Nigerian brother saw is those people are surviving. That's how much Ugandans
And those
can
people are
earn.
everywhere.
You get?
Sure.
These people are not robbing anyone.
Exactly.
The congestion, you saw these people are winning bread for their families. You'll find a lot of street vendors, maybe didn't see them or he didn't want to notice them, but those people are making money and they're earning a
And let's
living
not talk about even how many economic establishments run by foreigners here in the
here
country.
in Uganda.
I mean, petrol stations.
Mm.
Look at that
I
stuff.
mean, we can't judge him right now.
Big
We'll only
companies.
tell him that
Yeah.
Uganda is a beautiful
Yeah.
country.
All I can tell
One
him
thing
is
he
that
should
there
know,
is
Uganda
one thing he
is-
missed out among all the many. He just decided to choose all the bad things, but he didn't mention any good about Uganda. hospitality is key in that country.
Yes.
Maybe just pass through and didn't talk to
Could he
anyone.
have met
Like,
someone that annoyed
Yeah.
him? Like,
Even if he
he
passed
came
through-
from Rwanda, Nebas direct to
Bro,
Kampala
because I know
territorial
where you pass when you come from the airport. We know the road you take.
yeah, we do.
But if he came from the airport, then I
Yes.
think he's telling a few lies.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because then tell me.
no, I'm
This is another
Because
one.
I don't know that any country does from
Another
that
world.
express.
I'm
along
trying to
the entire
think.
road.
Could he have gotten annoyed? Like someone annoyed him and is like, "At Uganda,
That's why. That's why.
I think
That's
so.
why.
I mean,
That's
I
why
mean-
we are saying, is it an agenda
I think
or what?
so.
you know, we really need to know the reason why he came to Uganda. Kubanga.
All right, let's wrap this show up. Once again, we're in the Kings and Queens talk. Yeah. Hey, you can share your comments. Tell us what you think about the statements. Yeah.
Yep.
Please share your comments. Most probably, we're going to invite you in the show so you can share a word with us. Yeah. This is a free show. You're a king, you're a queen. We're kings and queens. All we talk about is conversations that build each and everybody. Yeah. So once again, you're the King's Talk. It's your boy Kev Kelly. Hey, you can meet me on my Instagram channel, The Kev Kelly, Facebook, The Kev Kelly, YouTube, The Kev Kelly. I'm gonna give a chance to my guests in the house, the beautiful kings and queens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start straight from the queen, ladies first.
Yeah. My name is Martha Chito. You can find me on Instagram, Martha Chito, TikTok, Martha Chito. Yeah. And mobile money. I cannot forget.
Cash pay.
On my left, I got the man. He's only sir. He's a sir. He's a sir. A sir.
yeah.
You know what it means to have a sir in your name?
Sir, it comes down from the palace.
Yes.
Hey, still Summer Wonder here, sweet gangster. But hey, a quick one. If you're Ugandan, please show this good Uganda to everyone out there. Whoever you have as someone as a friend in those other countries, let them know exactly what happens here. Good hospitality, good everything. Whatever you think of in the world, there's a glimpse of it in this country. So please check it out.
Sure. That on the other side, I got my man. Man, Booker, we're gonna bring the vuvuzela next time.
Man,
Ring,
I
ring.
need
We're
my, I
going
need
to
my
bring it.
vuvuzela.
We're gonna bring the vuvuzela.
He wants to make
Gonna
noise
make
for
noise.
us.
I'm sure that effect of quick.
So you either bring me a vuvuzela or you bring me sound effects.
Yeah.
Where I
we're
can
go-
just
We're gonna
tap.
bring the sound
Yes.
effects for the vuvuzela.
Exactly.
All right, let me give you a chance to drop your links.
But man, before I even drop my links, fellow Ugandans, we should start showing the beauty of Uganda.
Sure.
Capture, because now we have Snapchat, we have TikTok, we have Instagram. Let's capture the beauty of Uganda. Anything beautiful, be it a Rolex, be it something to do with the culture, be it something to do with the scene scenarios. Are they called scenarios or scenes? Beautiful scenes.